I want to talk to you about a great idea that not many people know about, and it actually comes from a very dear friend of mine called Steve York. Steve used to be the head of the negotiation team for the New South Wales police force, and so he was a crisis negotiator. And Steve talked about this whole idea of predictive dialogue, and it is a beauty, right? Where we use it in family business is when there is potential conflict coming up, and it's a thing that you plan. Because family triggers us, and I know that certain members of my family would just raise an eyebrow in a certain way and I would be off, and vice versa, right? Or they'd say a certain phrase or they'd use a certain tone of voice and we'd go. So predictive dialogue is very simple. Think about who triggers you, whether it's family or non-family. What are those triggers? And if you see those triggers, and this is what you do in a calm time, is go, okay, so what will I do differently? Because this predictive dialogue is amazingly predictable, right? When that person says that and that person responds and they respond the other way, and then you're off, right? And it's this extremely well-worn path towards a yelling match or a screaming match or an argument of some sort. Predictive dialogue is basically saying, pick the early warning signs, the early signs that this is starting to happen, and then you stop and you go, okay, how do I divert this? So it may be simple as walking away. It might be as simple as shutting up and listening to them. It might be as simple as acknowledging it, going, okay, here we go in this pattern. How do we do something different? Now, it's not an ironclad guarantee, but in fact, it is able to divert very predictable either conversations or unpleasant conversations or conflicts and get into, and so you might spend 5 or 10 minutes in an argument rather than an hour or two, right, of completely wasted and heightened emotional, a waste of time and heightened emotional things going on. So think about this. We've got some stuff on our website on this, but it's a really good thing. Predict who's going to say what, and then what you would do differently that gets you off that very predictable pattern. Okay, bye for now.